All right, hey, good day, everybody. Hope you're doing great. Let's see, I wanted to do a video about my experience with McLaren up in the Arctic. And so it was what they call a pure McLaren Arctic Experience. And we actually spent 3 days pretty much tanning around the ice in 570s. And they had studded tires, and we had, we had 6 sessions a day for 3 days. So 18 sessions on, really, it was learning on how to get comfortable sideways. The car might have been in 30 or 40. Sometimes the tires are doing 70 or 80. And just learning how to control, the car when it's out of control. How do you control it how do you turn a car with the accelerator? That was a weird experience for me. When do you apply a brake to slow down versus applying the accelerator speed up to accomplish the same thing in a turn? How do you synchronize the turns from a left turn to a right turn without stopping? And when you start to get a little bit out of control, how do you get it back under control? So they did an amazing job. It was a hell of an experience, and it was way more than just cars on ice. So what you're about to see is a video that talks a little bit about where we ate, the lodge we stayed in, the warming hut, the dog sled experience. It just was an all-around 3-day event. It took me a day and a half to get there. It took me a day and a half to get home, and then I was there 3 days. So if you're faint of heart for travel, it's certainly not the experience for you. But I have to give McLaren a lot of credit. It was a great event. I actually got to meet the COO of McLaren himself, Jens Ludman. He turned out to be a really cool guy. He loves his cars. He loves his company. And he's on the ice with us. He was racing just like we were. So it's just good, and I'm proud to kind of call him a friend after 3 days with him. So anyway, I'm going to let you head into this, and then I'll come back and interrupt it occasionally as I've got a couple big breaks in here. That's it. Hope you enjoy it. All right, guys, I just want to show you this picture on the way. This is in Amsterdam on our way to Ivalo. We actually saw quite a few people wearing masks because of the coronavirus. Here I'm just sitting in Ivalo, or actually sitting in Helsinki waiting for the last flight to Ivalo. This is 3 flights to get there for me. So just showing you the weather. It was kind of dark. This is pretty much midday, but as light as it got in Helsinki while I was waiting to get on the flight. All right, after 3 flights, we finally got to Javri Lodge. And I'm just showing you the snowpack here was about 3 feet here at the lodge. And just showing you the entranceway. It was really nice. It was a beautiful lodge. Obviously, McLaren has a great relationship with them. They had this nice fire out front, and actually, there's McLaren right on the fire pit cover. And as we head inside, this is the main room of the lodge. It's where we ate breakfast every morning. And then they had this really quiet little sitting area. It was just this beautiful place with a fireplace. And then we have the pool. The pool was just an amazing place. And just a quick view out my window the night we arrived. It's pitch dark. It was that way for all but about 5 hours of the day. Okay, we're actually now out on the ice course, and you can see this really nice pure McLaren ice carving. And then this is sunrise first morning, and then every morning they had the cars lined up for us out on the lake, kind of almost like military style. It was really cool to see it. All right, here's one of our 570S's sitting out ready for us to roll. And it's actually, here's another green one sitting right next to our warming hut. It was a pretty civilized experience, to be honest. Right here on the lake, here's the interior of the warming hut. Just amazing. They drug it out onto the ice for us. And then the outhouses are also drug right out onto the middle of the ice. Just an amazing thing. This is how the instructor just come around and get you. You just have to walk pretty much like 10 feet from the warming hut right down the stairs and into the car. It was pretty much the most un-Arctic experience you can have out in the Arctic. So they took great care of us. Here's another 570 sitting out, the white one. So you've seen the orange, the white, and the green now. Right, so now I'm going to take you to lunch. This is our lunch hut. And inside, they've got this amazing place. It's a fireplace right in the middle. And they cook our lunch right on it. Those are salmon on the plank. This is all the tables just surrounding the fireplace. I've got a kind of a close-up of the salmon being cooked for us right on the fire. And then they always served us in kind of traditional bowls and forks and spoons and stuff. It's pretty amazing to see. All right, here's another 570. It's the orange one again, but it's a great shot of the light bar. The light bar actually was really helpful in the afternoon and evening drive sessions. All right, we'll just give you some end-of-day shots here. I just thought the sunset through the icicles was pretty cool. And then the light bars started to become necessary, so that looked pretty cool out on the ice. And then kind of the final shot of sunset as it came down over our transportation vans. Pretty cool shots. Just a great experience to be there. All right, so I'm going to break in here. So what you're about to see is what my coach called a reference lap, and he's taking us through it. And I wanted you to see a reference lap done at full speed from end to end without me breaking in or me giving commentary. So I think it's 2.5 minutes. I can't remember right now, but it's really to give you the true in-car experience. What's it like to sit in a McLaren 570 with a race car driver on the ice in Finland? And so you'll hear us talking, you'll hear him giving me instructions, but it's really just I'm not gonna talk. I'm not gonna break in the next few minutes. So it might seem like I've abandoned you in the video, but it's really just try to give you as close to the in-car experience as I can give you. Hope it comes across that way.
Okay. All right. Buckled in. Oh, wait, could you just get that done? There you go. challenging little course, this one.
Yeah. All right, we're off the ice and we're off to dinner the first night. They actually take us to a kind of an igloo or ice bar, and that's what you're seeing here. So we walked around it, and then there's this kind of long tunnel into the ice bar itself. It was pretty good. It easily held all of us. They served drinks right there, right at the bar. You could get a warm wine or hot taco, whatever made sense. And everything was made out of ice. The seats, the tables, the bar itself. It was just like a giant igloo inside. It was just the coolest thing. The acoustics were cool. It was cool as hell, to be honest. But it was just fun to see a different experience. So this is just really happy hour for us before dinner. So this is Jens Ledman. He's the CEO of McLaren. And this guy was super cool. He's a car guy. He loves his company. He loves his product. He loves cars. He loves to race. He spent the whole time with us. He ate with us. He was on the ice with us. He raced with us. He was in a car the whole time. Just a great guy, Jens Ledman. Kind of proud to call him my friend at this point. All right, we're out of the ice bar and headed towards dinner. This is the main cabin that we had dinner in. And in fact, I'm just going to leave the next piece of the video is just going to be me recording the beginning of dinner. So I'm not going to talk over it. I'm going to just let you look at it.
Oh, you know what you could do? Get one of those platforms. Lay on it and just push it up. Alright, where are we going?
These dinners were fancy affairs. I mean, there were more forks and knives than I've ever seen in a setting before. There were more wine glasses. I didn't know what to do with 4 and 5 wine glasses per dinner. You had to be careful. Just drinking the wine would get you a little bit hammered. So, but God, what a great experience. Very fancy. Not what I expected for being 200 miles north of the Arctic Circle. All right, it's next morning. These are the vans that transport us. They're quite fancy. I mean, they probably held about 6 people per van, so you had a lot of space, super heated, super comfortable, just not a typical minivan at all. And then you can see all the cars lined up on the ice, and then you can see the snowmobiles lined up on the ice. And this day, some people actually chose to go snowmobiling instead of racing on the ice. I didn't understand their decision, but it's theirs to make, and just wanted to show you a picture of everything lined up. So here you see the actual tracks. They actually put all the outlines of the tracks on the window of the warming hut. So you can see the circles, the ovals, the dog bones, the handling tracks. And then the next one is you can see all the more advanced tracks for day 2 and day 3. It's just kind of funny. You can just go look at the window and reference what you're going to be doing next. I just thought you should see them all in one place. All right, here you got sunrise, 3rd and last day of the race on the ice. It was a beautiful day. Just wanted to show it to you. So it was a great way to show us the last morning. They had all the cars lined up in one place with all the race instructors sitting next to them. It looked pretty cool. Reminded me like when the Blue Angels or the Thunderbirds do their thing. It looked super cool. Just wanted to catch it for you guys. And here's what it looked like when we were sitting in a warming hut watching some of the other guys race. And there were a couple tracks really close to the warming hut. So you just get out here and watch them do their thing. It was pretty fun. Just pure eye candy. Just wanted you to see how hard it was snowing in front of the green McLaren here. Just another shot of the green one. And that was really it. Just pure eye candy. No other reason to put that in there. Okay, so here's another break-in. Or just what I want to show you the next here is just a full SB lap with you stuck to the windshield now. So you've had the in-car experience, and now you're going to see kind of what it looks like through the windshield. Pretty much a full speed. I think we were pretty accurate or pretty good at it at this point. You'll hear him talking and giving instructions again, but it's just to give you we've pulled you out of the seats and the gauges and the wheel. We've put you up on the windshield. So, again, it might seem like I abandoned you for the next few minutes, but it's just so you can have that in-car through the windshield experience of what it's like to race or go as fast as you can on pure ice in a McLaren in Finland. It was a great time, guys. Hope it comes across that way, and I'll break in one more time later.
Just a once past. Alright, looks like they've got most stuck left, right, separate.
This poor guy's been stuck most of his time.
Yeah, that's a shame. Right, so we're going left. It's quite a quick one into some slow stuff, this one. So you've got this long right you can drift through.
Covered clear from like one.
And then this is
Okay, so final break-in. So we're off the track now. It's really day 4. It's the go home day. But we started with a couple hours of going out to do some dog sledding, and I got to spend pretty much the entire half day with the CEO Jens, and it's just a great experience. It was fun to see the dogs and how excited they were to run, and how excited they were to be chosen for part of this team, and how upset the rest of the dogs were for not being chosen, as opposed to this guy. He doesn't do anything. But it was just great. The warming hut was great. The owner was perfect. It was just a great day. And so I'm just going to show you a dog sledding experience, which may not make a lot of sense in a car video, but it was part of the Arctic Experience. I wanted you to experience it as well. So come along with me on a dog sled, and then that kind of wraps up the video. That's so cool.
On the downhill section.
And just a gratuitous shot of me with Jens, the CEO of McLaren. It was a great day to spend with him, and I really appreciate him choosing me as a sled mate. It was a pretty fun morning. McLaren had an official photographer there the whole time with us, and here he is just getting down, trying to get some good shots of the dogs. And then you have Jens again getting down with the dogs and meeting the owner of the farm. He was pretty cool.
Coffee or hot berry juice? I don't know what you would fancy. Coffee.
Coffee would be great for me, thank you, Charlotte.
One. Yes. Yes. Okay.
So you're pleased to know that Neil and Nancy are back. Oh, right back.
I know a person I should be able to do that.
Andrew had to do transfers to Oulu Hospital.
Yeah. Just watch their teeth, they're starting to chew everything, and welcome to pick them up as well if you want cuddles with them there.
You've got a really quick photograph because they're really
I said the black one is Scar. And the white one is Nala, so Lion King litter, yeah.
All right, just the last few things. Here's Jens saying hi to the dogs again. He was really cool about it. And then here's the flight out. Goodbye, Ivalo. And finally, goodbye, Helsinki. That's sunset in Helsinki on my last night as I head out towards Amsterdam and then DC. All right, guys, that wraps up the video. I hope you enjoyed it. I tried to convey, it's hard to convey that much material in really a 15 or 20 minute video. So hopefully I was able to do it and just show you what's it like to be there, what's it like to be on the ice, what's it like to be in the car, what's it like to have a race instructor sitting next to you, and then some of the other experiences that go around it. So it was a great experience. Gosh, I'd recommend it to anybody. It's expensive to get there. It's expensive to participate in it. So, I just realized it's really not for everybody. But it's a fantastic experience, and I hope it came across that way. I hope I was able to share the greatness of the trip with you. Gosh, make questions, make comments. Ask me anything about it. What I miss? What would you like to see more of? If any that's appropriate, put it in the comments below, and we'll work into the next video. Thanks, everybody. Bye.